Welcome to Smoke With Me. My name is Jeremy, and if you like spicy food, you're gonna want to take notes on this recipe because today we're smoking spicy shotgun shells. The first ingredient that you're gonna need is your manicotti shell, and there's 3 ways that you can get these prepared to be smoked. The first way is you can absolutely do nothing at all, stuff them with the ingredients, wrap them in bacon, and throw them right on the smoker. If you go that route, you're gonna have a crunchy shell, especially on the outsides where the bacon is not wrapped around it. The other way is you can go ahead and stuff these, wrap them in bacon, get them ready for the smoker, and then throw them in the fridge for 4 hours. Or if you're like me and you're hungry right now and you don't wanna wait, all you gotta do is boil some water and throw your manicotti shells in for 3 minutes, soften them up, and they're good to go. Once you have your manicotti shells good to go, you need to figure out what ingredients that you're gonna wanna put into your shotgun shells. And since we're making a spicy shotgun shell today, we're gonna start out with that hot sausage from Johnsonville. And then we're gonna go ahead and cube up some pepper jack cheese. And then we're gonna dice up some habaneros and jalapenos. We're gonna go ahead and get all of those mixed together. And then we're gonna stuff those inside of the manicotti shells. And then we're gonna wrap them in bacon. And then just to kind of offset the flavors a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and put some rub on the bacon. This is a sweet and tangy rub. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna head outside to the smoker, get that heated up to 300 degrees. Once we hit 300 degrees, we're gonna get our shotgun shells on the smoker, and they're gonna smoke for about 30 to 45 minutes or so. Once you hit 165 internally, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this Hoff's Smokin' Ghost barbecue sauce, and I'm gonna give these shotgun shells a nice glaze. That's really gonna spice things up as if they weren't already spicy enough with all these other ingredients. And then you're done. It's time to eat. So without further ado, let's get into this. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glove up because we're working with spicy food and those spices tend to stick on your fingers for quite some time. So in this mixing bowl here, I'm just gonna go ahead and get in our spicy sausage. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get our cheese here. We're probably gonna go with, let's go right about here. That should be enough cheese. So about a 1/4 block of cheese. So to cube this up, we're gonna go ahead and start cutting the long way. Lay that over. There's another cut. There we go. And then cut. And then just cube it on up. Let's get that in there with our hot Italian sausage. So now let's go with the jalapenos. All right, the easiest way I found to do this is just to quarter these up. And then what we're gonna do is just kind of give them a nice little chop here. All right, let's go ahead and get these into our bowl. I like to keep the seeds and everything in because we're going for spice. and I love spicy. All right, then we got our habaneros. Again, let's just go ahead and slice them in half, quarter them up. Get them in our bowl. So now all we're gonna do is we're just gonna mix all these ingredients together, break that cheese up a little bit. Now let's go ahead and stuff our manicotti shells. So how I like to do it is basically with my hands. Just go ahead and just stuff them on in there. And again, since we parboiled these, it is a little more slippery on the inside than if you were to just put them in or try to stuff it when it was dry. So let's make sure we get some jalapenos in there. Get a spicy bite. Make sure we get some cheese in there. And there you go. Our shotgun shell stuffed and ready for some bacon. But let me go ahead and get the rest of these finished up, and then we'll go ahead and get on to the bacon. Now that our manicotti shells are stuffed, we're gonna go ahead and get them wrapped with bacon. All right, what I like to do, stretch out the bacon a little bit here. Grab your shotgun shell, start at the point on one end. Just start wrapping. Continue to give it a little stretch as you go, just to make sure that you're gonna make it to the end. Make any adjustments once the bacon is on. And there you go, there's your shotgun shell. I'm gonna get the rest of these wrapped up, and then we're gonna go ahead and top them with our seasoning, and then we'll be ready to head outside. All right, before we head out to the smoker, we're just gonna hit them with our sweet and tangy seasoning here. Let's give them a nice good coat. And be sure to get all sides. And there we go, our shotgun shells are ready for the smoker. So why don't you come on outside and smoke with me? For today's smoke, I'm preheating the smoker up to 300 degrees. Once it hits that 300 degrees, I'm gonna go ahead and get my spicy shotgun shells and get them placed on the smoker. They're gonna roll for about 30 to 45 minutes. What we're looking for is an internal temperature of 165 degrees. Once we hit that, we're gonna top them off with our barbecue sauce and let that glaze over for another 10 minutes or so, and then these things will be done. So let's go ahead and get our shotgun shells on the smoker. All right, so as you can see, we got our shotgun shells on the smoker. So let's go ahead and let these guys smoke. All right, our shotgun shells have hit the 165. So now what we're gonna do, we're just gonna get a nice little glaze of our barbecue sauce on these. And we're gonna let that go for about 10 minutes to glaze on up. And then we'll be ready to go on inside and eat with me. So let me get these glazed on up and I'll see you inside. All right, our spicy shotgun shells are done. They've rested, they've been coated with that ghost pepper barbecue sauce. Would you take a look at that? Now it's time to slice them down the middle and take a bite and see if I can even take the heat on these bad boys. Let's take a look at what we got here. Let's just take this first row, give them a nice little slice. I'm gonna start with this one right here. You can already see that pepper jack cheese. You got your habanero, jalapeno,
hot, spicy sausage wrapped up in some bacon. And we got that ghost barbecue sauce on top. Let's see how these turned out. I'm guessing these are gonna be spicy, but that was the goal. These spicy shotgun shells, man, they came out spicy. We got that hot sausage in there. You can really taste that habanero and that jalapeno gives it that kick. That ghost pepper on the top, nice and spicy. A little bit of sweetness too with that rub on top of that bacon. So if you're looking for a spicy alternative to your shotgun shells, go ahead and give this one a try.